Nice to be here.
I'm doing okay, considering that I've been, stuck in, most of the time stuck in this little one-bedroom apartment in Manhattan for the past, well over 3 months. It's going on 4 months now. We're here to celebrate the release of Life on the Flip Side, the brand new Jimmy Buffett album. But you recorded this album, you worked on it, you finished it, and then the whole world shut down.
Correct. Let's just say
where were you when they told you stop? You can't go anywhere.
Okay, well, my you can't go anywhere story was I was literally I'd come from Los Angeles because I got two kids out there, and I was out doing what would have been a normal visit to them, and then we were on a family trip coming back east and going down to St. Bart's. It was in March, which is like there were a couple of big sailboat races there, and we were going to go stay at our house that had just been finished 2 years late because of the hurricane. So we were headed in that direction, and literally 10 minutes from the airport, I got a call from my friend on St. Bart's that said that they had the French government had shut the island down, their quarantine, and nobody could go in. So I turned around and had to get everybody back to California. And out there, I had two kids out there, and then we have a house that my wife likes to spend time out there in the winter. So with kids out there and all, I kind of just wound up staying there, and then figuring out how to keep from climbing the walls in the first 2 days as someone that gets around, and remembered back to a lot of long sailing voyages that I'd done where you just had to kind of settle in. That's what I did.
And now that things have eased up just a little bit,
Yeah.
You're back on Long Island in New York, where you
Yes.
spent a considerable amount of time.
Well, this has always been summer residence to us for I think almost 30 years, and so yeah, it's nice to be back here, and we're all kind of settled in here too. So it's pretty nice to be back here, and then in the between time, figuring out what to do to keep busy and to also stay in touch with our fans, which that is what we're doing virtually now.
You have such a strong bond with your fans, such a strong relationship that it creates a different kind of experiential relationship than some other celebrities have, in that your fans seem void of envy. There are a lot of people who are famous and who are wealthy and who live lifestyles that are unattainable for most of us, and that sometimes breeds resentment and ridicule. In your case, it seems as if the lifestyle that you live falls somewhere in your fans' minds and hearts between being aspirational, in that you give them a dream that they can happily ponder, or that you provide a vicarious entry into that world for them, and it creates a feeling among your fans that when you go do those fun and interesting things, you're taking them along with you for the ride.
Yeah,
unique kind of experience, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do, because it goes back to me. I mean, I am first of all acutely aware of how deep Parrotheads can go into this. Certainly, and it wasn't something we did methodically. It was just, I go back to the fact that the simple explanation when people ask me about Parrotheads and the whole thing is the fact that I grew up on the Gulf Coast as a child of the Mardi Gras, and I grew up in Mobile, Alabama, where actually the first Mardi Gras happened, not in New Orleans, But
Buffett, the musician and mogul whose easy-breezy hit Margaritaville became a way of life for legions of devoted Parrotheads, has died. The legend passed on at the age of 76. Very devastating news. The song and singer the songwriter and singer whose new album Equals Train on All Parts, actually, which was due to be released later this year, died with his family, friends around him, according to a statement that has been posted on social media and via his official website. And it was confirmed that he died at the age of 76. According to the post I can look at right in this exact moment in time via his official Instagram page, Jimmy passed away peacefully on the night of September 1st, surrounded by his family, friends, music and dogs. The statement actually was accompanied by a touching photograph of Buffett sitting on a boat, and it continued and said he lived his life like a song till the very last breath and will be missed beyond measure by so many people, not only in the US but globally. Buffett was forced to reschedule his concert. I think it was in May when he was actually hospitalized in Boston, and to address some issues that actually needed immediate attention. He told his fans via a statement which they shared via his official Twitter page. In his words, some of his last words, he said, he actually asserted that growing old is not for sissies, I promise you, and I'll also tell you and let you know that I'm well enough to perform, that this is what I'll be doing in the land of sheer crab soup. You all make my life more meaningful and fulfilled that I would have ever imagined as hated little boy sitting on the edge of the Gulf of Mexico. So those are some of the last words we can look at, which he actually said via his official Twitter page when he actually was hospitalized just a few weeks ago. He is actually survived by his wife Jane and the kids Savannah, Sarah and Cameron. We all know he was born on Christmas Day, that was in 1946 in Mississippi, and he was raised partially in Alabama. If you can happen to look at his catalog, indeed he's been a legend within the entertainment and music scene. He will always be remembered for his so many songs. Most especially for me personally, I like Margaritaville. That is actually of the album Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes. In this moment in time, we are sending our deepest condolences to the family, friends and everyone who was close to Jimmy. Rest in power the king, that is Jimmy Buffett.